I just want to tell you, he is one of the largest in India, and he's a one-man army in Bombay. He's working in the mutual fund industry. Of course, all of us have been working for the last 10, 20 years, whoever is the oldest. And before 2000, there were only few mutual fund AMCs in India, but Sadashiv has been working much before that. And the most interesting thing about Sadashiv is that, you know, he runs all over the city single-handedly every single day. And
Yes.
and he has no help other than one running boy, I guess. So with that, I again extend a warm welcome to Sadashiv, and I request all the participants also to please extend your warm welcome to Sadashiv. And please do mention which city you have joined in. From which city?
Welcome everybody from me.
Hyderabad. So, okay, wonderful. Pune, Chennai, Latur, Vadodara, Asansol, Trichy. So Masterstroke has members all across the country, and today many other people have also joined in, and I expect many more to join in as we move ahead in the next 5 minutes.
Yes.
Thank you. Kolhapur, Kutch, Mumbai, Gujarat, fantastic. Sangamar, Tinsukia, Ghaziabad. So all across the country we have. Sadashiv, we have currently 1,900 members of Masterstroke who are paid members. And we have roughly around 7,000 registered users on our website. And we have 10,000 people registered on WhatsApp broadcast.
Okay, so nice. So nice of you.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining, Sadashiv. So I want to start with my first question, Sadashiv.
Yes.
Tell us about your numbers, about your mutual fund AUM SIP book, and number of families you serve.
Actually, I handle nearly around 1,000 families, nearly 3,500, 4,000 customers. I have nearly 4,000 to 5,000 SIPs running, and my AUM currently is nearing 600 crores.
My goodness, that's huge. I mean, I will personally clap for Sadashiv. You know, 600.
Thank you.
There are very few MFDs in the country with 600 crores of AUM. And Sadashiv is the only person, as much as I know, who runs this business all alone. All alone.
That's my style, so I run like that.
So Sadashiv, coming to my next question, you actually don't have anybody helping you other than one running boy, you told me.
Yeah, only one running boy who just goes to CAMS Carvi for normal submission, nothing else he does. And otherwise, my family supports me, my wife, my other people in the family. So that's a great help. Otherwise, to meet clients and client meetings, everything, I only go. But back office handled by my wife, so that is one of the biggest help for me also.
Wonderful, unbelievable. I have not known anyone with such size working alone. Brilliant. It is unimaginable. Unimaginable. So this business can be done anyway.
And also my business is on one-on-one, means without meeting a customer or one-to-one meeting, I don't board my customers. Nothing is online, nothing is on WhatsApp, nothing like that. Just call and tell, then send somebody to collect papers and all. Everything face to face. That's why I understand my clients better, more keenly. And see, most of the time sometimes we don't meet customers and we do mismatch hota hai, and so the investments go haywire. Here I keep meeting them. I understand their risk profile, everything by talking to them. Based on that, and I keep guiding them. That's why such a kind of AUM.
Brilliant. How long you have been working in mutual fund industry?
And now it's more than 25 years. I am one of the first ARN holders. Means first exam for ARN was given. That was given by I passed in the first batch only for the ARN. That time there was fear. What kind of exam and this and everything.
I'm speechless, and of course I know about your working, but once you are live and you are sharing your story, it is so inspiring and encouraging. And हम लोग थोड़ा हिंदी में भी बात करेंगे, और मेरे ख्याल से ऑडियंस को काफी जबरदस्त मोटिवेशन मिलने वाला है आज. Over 350 people approximately have joined in right now, and more are coming in as we speak. सदाशिव, कभी आपने ऑफिस बनाने की या और लोगों को एम्प्लॉय करने के बारे में नहीं सोचा, या आगे क्या सोचते हैं?
Yes, generally everybody expects me to do that, but my style is like that, one to one. You know, the moment I enter a office or a home or wherever the client meeting, the sale happens because of my ability to guide him properly, and the way you talk, your body language, everything matters. And you convince the client, not see, your conviction should be there before client. So they just see your body language, your way of talking, your confidence and everything, then only they buy you, not the products or not the whatever things they have been projected by others. That's why the difference happens. The
And
moment I enter, generally sale happens because I know he had called me for some investment or whatever, and he wants to know where the money should be put in.
And you want to do it like this in the future also?
I may have to diversify like everybody wants. Like everybody wants me to grow fast, much bigger, and I also want to grow. But this is one way where you have arranged. There are so many people listening to me and hearing me. They should get inspired and they should do what I am doing. So it will be a more better job than anybody else because they are also in the same field. Get motivated by me and do like me. It will be a biggest kind of thing for the industry.
वंडरफुल, वंडरफुल. सो द ऑडियंस को ये मैसेज दे रहे हैं मिस्टर सदाशिव कि अगर मिस्टर सदाशिव कर सकते हैं तो आप भी कर सकते हैं.
Yes,
एंड यू शुड.
as singly I can do, then everybody like me, they are also there. They also can do. That's the thing.
कितना आसान था शुरू में म्यूचुअल फंड बेचना, सदाशिव?
It was very difficult earlier. See, my career started around 86 when MasterShare first time was launched by UTI, which was a perfect market link solution, perfect market link kind of product that time. Earlier, everything was like assured return schemes. Even post office schemes were assured. UTI schemes also were all assured return kind of schemes. Even Unit 64 was like a assured price mechanism scheme. So it was like certain guarantees were there into those investments. People used to buy. Even corporate FDs, everything was fixed return oriented. And this was the first market link product which has come. And I was fresh in the thing. I was also excited with that kind of product. And I kept on selling this. That time it was very difficult. They कुछ guarantee नहीं है, ये तो सट्टा है, share market में जाएगा, नहीं नहीं नहीं, ये तो नहीं चाहिए हमको. And still I kept pushing for that, and that has paid off over time. See, in 86, no, it was 10 rupees. 92 Harshad Mehta happened. Currently, there's a web series on Harshad Mehta. So I'll just Harshad Mehta happened in 92. That time, all the kind of assured return schemes were around 12%. 6 साल में double होते थे, yeah, 6 years double kind of schemes. All those schemes were giving, and everybody was happy with this kind of returns. And here Harshad Mehta happened. Master share market price was above 100 rupees that time in 92. जो 86 में 10 रुपए में लिया, वो 6 साल में 10 गुने के ऊपर था. My clients went crazy, and I was also not doing so, means not understanding so much, but I knew that this is abnormal return. I used to go to everybody whom I had given those shares, master shares, and I tried to sell all those things. Suddenly they got such a jump, such a phenomenal return, like 10 times in 6 years was a massive. So everybody was happy, and from there my journey started. After that, market crashed and everything, all those things happened. But again, all those journeys, I kept on still pushing this capital market related instruments by seeing the power of capital market, what kind of returns can be delivered, what's shown by that first of my investment which I gave to my customers, and thereon my journey started. Then I didn't look back actually, because so many crashes and all those kept on coming after that also. 94 में Morgan Stanley आया, बाद में crash हो गया था. 2000 there was a tech boom, after that crash everything. I kept on pursuing my investors that capital market related instruments better than any other kind of fixed return instruments, and over time it has proved much, and everybody knows how the capital has grown for them. That's why the kind of success. You should be very determined and very much pro for it, and you should give it by confidence. And history has shown phenomenal returns have been made by all those equity oriented schemes over 10 years, over 15 years. That now the data is of 25 years, so you can know what kind of returns have been generated.
My goodness. My goodness, I'm mesmerized with your confidence. Can you tell the audience what is your debt equity allocation in your AUM?
In my AUM, nearly 95% is equity oriented. Only around between 5 to 10% only is pure debt oriented. Even in
My
debt oriented, I
goodness.
prefer those hybrid debt, which is like the earlier MIPs where the 20-25% used to be in equity. Then also, they also have outperformed the normal debt schemes with much lesser uh, kind of volatility,
So
despite
you
the
have
equity portion in that.
600 crores of AUM,
Yes,
4,000 running SIPs, and in 600 crores of AUM, you have 95% equity. That is the conviction you have.
yes. Because see, generally retail customers, no, they have tons of money already into bank FDs, fixed return or kind of oriented schemes, PPF, insurance is bought as investment in India. So all the वो तो पूरा भरा पड़ा रहता है. Everything is there already in their portfolio. Why I should add something more there? And retail customer doesn't have much exposure to equity oriented or equity or capital market related instruments, where I add the value, and I add the value so much that later on they understand कि he talks sense, he guides better.
So मार्च में जब बाजार गिरा 40%,
Yes,
तो उस समय एयूएम आधा हो जाता है, क्लाइंट्स का पूरा 15 साल का रिटर्न जीरो हो जाता है, वैसे में कैसे कन्विंस करते हैं आप क्लाइंट को?
that's where my body language, my confidence, and the way you talk helps. Every time you can give the past history, every time there were crashes, within 1 or 2 years everything was back to normal. Also returns have been generated. Those who didn't withdraw made good money. Those who took action and withdrew money or did any changes in their portfolio, they lost money, and then they will be the sufferers. Those who don't act just because of this impulsive action, everybody will be in proper shape over time. Capital market recovers properly based on the earnings growth and everything over time, and it delivers. And fund managers are there to take care of all your portfolio churning or whatever and everything. You don't have to keep acting every now and then based on market up downs.
This is unbelievable. So it means that in the last 20 years, बाजार कैसा भी हो, अगर कोई क्लाइंट आपको 1 लाख का, 10 लाख का, 1 करोड़ का चेक देता है, वो सारा पैसा उस दिन आप 100% इक्विटी ओरिएंटेड फंड्स में डाल देते हैं?
Not like that. Sometimes it is hybrid oriented, means equity oriented, but hybrid funds are there. Like this, there was a mid cap boom, mid and small cap boom 17-18. In 17-18, I had my 2/3 AUM converted into hybrid oriented schemes, that also not those monthly payout schemes, growth options. And everybody understood that. Because of that, the crash came after 18. All mid and small cap schemes suffered a big way. My investor didn't suffer so much, though valuations had gone down, but not like those valuations which of mid and small cap schemes. Every time, see, over time they understand. I can tell you 97, when unit 64 problem was there, everybody was not ready to invest anywhere into capital market. I pushed on and invested their money into that time. Bond funds also were there and equity oriented funds. 2000 market was all time high because of tech boom. Everybody was zapped because that time also they made 2000 के बाद crash हो गया. Then again I told them not to worry. In fact, investing that time was one of the biggest advantage. 94 में market was back to 5000 plus. 94 के बाद वापस same, every now and then it happens. 2000 crash same. 2003 तक कुछ return ही नहीं दिखता था. Nobody was happy with any equity oriented products. I kept on pushing slowly, plus SIPs continue. 2003 to 7, you know what happened. It was such a phenomenal, like 3 guna, 4 guna, 5 guna, whatever, all that happened in those 5 years, 6 years. And again, same crash again of infra boom. And I had a bigger crash in 2007 because I used to move on my motorcycle or bike for customer servicing and going to clients. And I was stuck by another biker at my back of my bike. I was thrown off and
Oh my
multiple
God.
fractures, everything. 1 month I was in ICU. 4 months my jaw was, my face was wired because jaw fracture, eye socket fracture, legs into fractures, many multiple fractures. Everybody thought, whoever visited me that time in hospital, and Sadashiv is finished, gaya kaam se. My wife, once I am back after 4 months, I was back home. Then also I there were 2 3 people used to support me even to get up and everything, all kinds of things. Then physiotherapy, everything, nearly 1 year it took for me to recover properly. My wife knew that unless he is put back to business, he will not be proper. She pushed me, and then finally I also, with crutches and all, I started moving again out, and I built up again. In the same 2007 year, it was the biggest boom year for infra and biggest boom for mutual fund industry also. So much inflows were there, and I was out of that. that time. Also, I lost my AUM because that time SEBI also had brought something called change of broker code. In this industry, you will feel that once AUM is built up, everybody can be safe. So much trail or whatever, all those kind of things. How it is risky in that year where I needed support, financial support. I had a thappi of change over me from my code to somebody else's code. Whoever would have approached my customers that time, who are smart advised investors, means distributors, or who approached my customers would have taken signatures, changed the broker code to their code. I lost nearly more than 100 crores in that process. Again, you have to go back in the and 2008. Everybody was not ready again to invest. Everybody so much इतना crash हुआ है, अभी कभी another 5 साल लगेगा वापस जाने को, and nobody was ready to invest. And I am back in action there. I started again propagating the similar things, and over time I built up this kind of AUM back again.
This is unbelievable, Sadashiv. I mean, I don't think there is a story like you in the MFD business today.
Yes.
No one.
But these kind of things, like these kind of big accidents also can happen in the industry. You have to keep going back, and you have to keep again starting from scratch back again.
This is unbelievable. So in 2007,
and
after
also
that,
once investor know that he is back and he is again, despite all these things, he is back, then they also will start supporting you. I garnered back all those customers who I had lost in the process.
My goodness. But being alone with 1,000 families, how do you manage to meet all of them?
See, generally I try and take those appointments in similar areas. Suppose in Mumbai, I have to go to the other side or Prabhadevi, Worli side. So I'll try to arrange all the customers of that side and visit them. If I have to go to Andheri or Jogeshwari, Goregaon side, I'll try to arrange that side of customers. Also, I meet my customers in their offices. In the morning time or afternoon, I generally visit their offices where I get customers at one place. At one office, I can get 10 or 15 kind of people, and their families automatically will be included in those. That's why my CAMS Carvi data shows 60, 70 transactions per day.
Unbelievable. So I came to know once, and you only told me that every day you are able to meet more than 10 people also in a city like Mumbai, when I go to Mumbai from Calcutta to meet people, to company people, I'm hardly able to meet 3, 4 people in the whole day. There's so much of jam and there is so much of distance.
Correct. In Mumbai also same, traffic jams and everything is common. That's why I said I also visit offices where I get 10 to 15 customers and in one office. At home also, once I enter any home, there are always husband, wife, or their family, or parents, or means brothers, sisters, whatever. Like that, in one family also, I can get 5, 6 customers. Or then they can send me to their other. They go to my sister, go to my friend, go to my neighbor. All that happens, and your number of customers keep growing.
Friends, one message which is there, which I think we should all learn from Sadashiv, is that there is no small and big customer, and there is no small and big MFD. If Sadashiv at 600 crores of AUM can visit homes and offices and go to references, whatever references he gets, it is unbelievable. So there is no ego. There is no thinking that I have become big and why should I go to this side client or that client to his home and office? Why he should come? Why not he should come?
Correct. And once you connect to the customer, no, you should be like him. If he's of suppose middle class family, you are also like middle class family, and you talk to him like in his language. If you go to a richer customer, you can talk in his language, whatever. You should not say I am rich and not like that. So they understand the empathy, they understand your body language, they understand that you are going to connect to him. So that connect is very important, then you can grow like nothing.
This is unbelievable. And today, 450 people are listening to your story live, Sadashiv. I am very sure this is going to change lives of many MFDs who might need such encouragement the way you are giving to them. Single-handedly, somebody is writing that 50 crore भी अकेले बनाना मुश्किल होता है और सदाशिव ने 600 crore रुपया अकेले बना लिया. So this is hats off to you. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Also, this AUM growth is not just because of fresh money coming in. It's because of the appreciation of the money which I brought in.
Naturally.
So you have to make your investors stay invested. If you are bringing them into equity oriented funds or equity related products, if they stay invested, your AUM will grow just like that because of the appreciation. So this AUM growth is not just because of the fresh money I keep bringing. I keep bringing fresh money because 20% of the AUM keeps going back or means for various reasons, various requirements of customers, buying house, going abroad, for child education, that 20% तो आपका AUM हमेशा redeem होते ही रहेगा. That much you have to keep bringing in. Plus appreciation will come because of the kind of AUM stays there, which keeps growing over time. And those multiple, compounding effect comes because of that. The AUM also grow.
So, friends, if you have any question for Sadashiv, please write to me
Yes,
on
yes. Please
question
ask. Please
answer
ask.
box, and I will have many more questions. But if you have any questions, I can read some of the chats, but it is very difficult to read all the questions from the chat box. So I request you to please put your question in the Q&A box. Q&A box. It is on the center of your screen at the bottom. Sadashiv, one message what you will give to the mutual fund distributors. उनको लगता है ट्रेल उनका अधिकार है और ट्रेल उनको हमेशा मिलनी चाहिए और वो ये शायद नहीं समझ पाते कई बार कि ट्रेल क्लाइंट को लाने के लिए नहीं मिलती, क्लाइंट को होल्ड करने के लिए मिलती है।
Yes.
और आपकी स्टोरी से मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आपके पास जैसे 600 करोड़ का यूएम है तो उसमें से काफी ज्यादा पैसा एप्रिसिएशन का पैसा है और आपने मार्च 2008 ईयर 2008 और मार्च 2020 जैसे सिचुएशन में जब इंडेक्स हाफ हो जाता है उस समय भी
Yes.
क्लाइंट को कन्विंस
Yes.
करते हैं होल्ड करने के लिए। वैसा करना पड़ेगा म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स को ट्रेल कमाने के लिए, isn't it?
See, trail should be the best kind of incentive for a distributor, because if you make them stay invested, if you make them remain invested, your income is proper, your trail will remain proper. Just now, this just crashed, this March crash, which was 35-40% erosion of everybody's AUM, those who are in equities. And in here, what happens now? Our distributors are not confident. They start acting with customers. Customers so panic in any way in these kind of situations. They try to pull out money, no change, shift to liquid funds, do whatever, all those kind. There, your confidence should work. There, you have to say confidently, no action just now. See, in COVID, no, there was don't move, stay where you are, you will be safe. Same message should go to investors also.
Very nice, very good.
So see, any kind of these situations will keep coming. Every 10 years there will be one thing which will bring down everything to such a kind of crash or whatever. So every time you have to keep pushing hard to investors or telling hard to investors, this happens. That, but because of, if you can bear this, you will be better off, you will be taken care of. Capital market bounces back based on other data. See, today's situation is prevailing. That's why this kind of situation has happened. Just stay calm, don't do anything. इनफैक्ट इफ यू हैव फ्रेश मनी, जस्ट बोलने का, आपके पास अगर है पैसा तो अभी डालने के लिए सबसे बढ़िया टाइम है. देन दे स्टार्ट रियलाइजिंग, अरे ये ऐसा बोलता है ना. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो दे डिनाई ओनली एंड मेनी मे नॉट एक्ट फॉर दैट, बट एटलीस्ट दे विल ट्राई टू स्टे बिकॉज यू आर सो कन्विंसिंगली टेलिंग. सीधा बोलने का, आई एम पुटिंग माय ओन मनी, आई आल्सो पुट माय ओन मनी इन दोस कंडीशन. Sometimes you have to show to them also that I am also putting my money. Then the confidence builds up.
So and even at 13,000 level today, and many distributors will have this question. Yes. Even at 13,000 index or last month 12,000 index, 30 का price multiple आगे चल रहा है. Yes. Market सबको expensive लग रहा है. अभी भी अगर कोई client आपको 10 लाख, 20 लाख, 50 लाख का check देंगे, तो you have this confidence to put the whole money straight away in a balanced or an equity fund.
Currently, with the global liquidity, markets will remain bullish for some time at least, but valuations abhi bhi stretched hai. Means they are basically index is overvalued, not the entire market. So there are so many other funds which are value style. See, every time you have to keep allocating your money based on the market conditions that you yourself should first understand, and over time you will learn. It is not a one-time process ki aisa hai to aisa hai and all. There is no one answer. But currently my highest allocation is going towards value kind of funds or hybrid kind of funds, again because markets is, see, index is overvalued today. Everybody is going for large cap funds, based on the past data. Or even just now, some time back, there was a craze for international funds. I have zero exposure. Even today, I'll tell you, I have zero exposure to international funds. Entire world over markets are overvalued because of the kind of liquidity poured in. So I straight tell कि इधर ही रहना अच्छा है. Globally, though there is abnormal return delivered by Nasdaq based or S&P 500 based funds, that future return may not come because already the return has been captured and valuations are overvalued. Same is our index based funds. Currently everybody is currently favoring index based funds. Nifty index or Sensex based funds preferred by investors even today, just because of past 1 year, 2 year data. Currently, the kind of value stocks which are so much undervalued, value style funds today should be the most preferred. Nobody is preferring. So my style is like that. I always go to the other extreme. When everybody is preferring international kind of funds, everybody is preferring large cap funds. I am not into that. I am into either value style or a kind of hybrid
How do
kind
you
of funds.
convince?
And there's one category called this balance advantage. Though it is
Yes.
equity, balance advantage kind of category is super for anybody, for any investor, anytime. You don't have to time market there. Fund managers will time.
सो वैल्यू फंड्स लास्ट एक साल में अंडर परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. क्या आपके क्लाइंट्स ये क्वेश्चन आपसे नहीं पूछते हैं कि व्हाई डोंट यू स्विच, और अभी उनको नेगेटिव रिटर्न आ रहा है जबकि मार्केट तेजी से भाग रहा है? हाउ डू यू कन्विंस दोस क्लाइंट्स?
Correct. Every time, yes. Now so much data is going, plus other distributors telling and everything. सब बताते हैं ये सब नेगेटिव है, अच्छा नहीं है, सब. Everybody will keep bombarding, and they get so much information overdose that they tend to act. They come to you every time. They no, I want to withdraw. When market will go down, we'll buy back. All those kind of things. So there you have to convincingly tell. You don't have to take action. Fund managers are already doing that. They are shifting from overvalued to whatever properly valued stocks or properly valued portfolios. So you need not act because of market is going like that, or previous 1 year, previous 3 years. सीधा बोलने का, or you have to keep telling, if the previous 3 years or 5 years returns are not proper and it is a decently performed fund earlier, this is the best time to buy that, because that will outperform going forward. Because fund manager is more rational and he is taking those calls which will deliver in future. See, past में जिन्होंने return दिया है ना, like pharma funds have delivered phenomenal return past 1 year. Suppose I keep going to pharma because it has delivered, then future return may not come, because all those stocks are already delivered and they are already at a price which future growth may not happen. So these kind of things you have to keep hampering on investors. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't listen. If they don't listen, you can act on their basis. They will only understand that you were talking in sense earlier, when the future return may not come or it may not be expected by them. You can also tell them that time. See, you were telling this, but I was suggesting not to, but because of that, this subdued return. That happens over time. It doesn't happen immediately. But जैसे 5 साल 10 साल आप उनके साथ रहते हो, अपने आप you will be able to guide them that, see, I was telling but you said, so I did this, like that. Or even shifting, sometimes they don't listen. No, I want to shift to debt funds, I want to do. But if you can take a signature or letter from him that, because I am insisting, Mr. Phene is doing, or your distributor is doing like this. So that later also, later on you can show to them saying that, see, I had taken your signature, I was telling not to, but you insisted, so I did. So over time, that will help you build up confidence of your investor, not to show him that you were wrong. Keep in mind that not to never to show investor that you are wrong, you did wrong, all those things. You can show that I was telling like this, but you didn't listen, so I acted on that.
This is unbelievable. What a conviction you have. All the participants who learn the conviction of Sadashiv Phene and the salesmanship. If the client is not listening to you, whatever he's saying, you can do it to manage the client. But you get a letter from him that this is not which he was supposed to do, and never prove the client wrong. Never prove the client wrong, because there is a saying कि अगर क्लाइंट गलत होता है तो वो आपको छोड़ के चला जाएगा, और अगर आप गलत होते हैं तो भी क्लाइंट छोड़ के चला जाएगा. इसलिए किसी को प्रूफ करो ही मत कि आप गलत हैं. You have to manage by salesmanship. Sadashiv, I want to ask you, do you lose clients, and how do you make up for that? And बहुत सारे म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का ये कंसर्न होता है कि हम बहुत मेहनत से क्लाइंट बनाते हैं और वो कई बार हमें छोड़ के चले जाते हैं, डायरेक्ट चले जाते हैं, दूसरे डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर के पास चले जाते हैं, और उनको बहुत तकलीफ होती है. आपका क्या अप्रोच है?
Correct. At this kind of AUM, this kind of good, decent returns provided to investors, I personally also keep losing around 20% client. Just see, that is human psychology. हर एक को ना कुछ नया चाहिए होता है. आप कितना भी अच्छे हो, कितना भी अच्छा decent return दे दो, कितना अच्छा service दे दो, he will keep searching something extra. And sometimes there are so many, Mumbai, not only Mumbai, all over India, there will be so many other distributors approaching him, so many other people telling him, nahi, ye nahi, iske paas jao, or here I get better return, or you invest here, you will get better return. Even today's situation also, those who have opened those trading accounts in last is, highest trading accounts have been opened in this lockdown period, because people didn't have too much work. So they started doing all kind of trading. जितना भी जो भी उन्होंने लिया है ना इस समर मार्केट में वो सब बड़ा है. So they are also talking that same to me even today. What Sadashiv इतने साल इतना ही रिटर्न, इधर देखो मैंने इतना बनाया, this and all. You know, last 2-3 months everybody has made, those who are directly invested in even into kachra stocks, they have moved up quite significantly and they have made decent money. Overall market also, but these investments which they have done for so many years are not showing that same returns. So there also you have to keep convincingly telling them individual stock में आ सकता है and sometimes आ सकता है, but sustained long term return will be only through a good portfolio. और जो आपके उन्होंने भी देखा रहा होता है कि those who have stayed for quite number of years, they have seen the kind of appreciation. जिन्होंने देखा नहीं उनको बोलने का good portfolio always delivers better than an individual stock, and because individual stock is again a big risk, or stocks whatever, and there nobody guide. Here it is a research based process, so it delivers definitely. History also shows, entire history of mutual fund industry will show 10 साल के रिटर्न, 15, अभी तो 25 साल के भी रिटर्न्स के certain funds are there. Everybody has delivered. There is no fund, means diversified equity funds, not the thematic or sector funds. Everything has delivered properly and huge wealth creation has happened, which in normal circumstances would not have happened to any investor, even if he is a direct investor into stocks. Few stocks might have delivered, not the entire portfolio.
So how do you handle loss of customer? Does it pains you that आपने किसी client को इतने साल से
It is
service?
always heartburning to lose a customer who has been handled by you or who has been.
I think we lost you, Sadashiv. Hello.
New customers. That's why that referrals or anything, your other satisfied clients will always send you to fresh customers. So that you have to keep accumulating. So those who are doing insurance business, prospecting. So same you have to keep doing here also. It is all these sales business are same. You have to keep prospecting. You have to keep reaching more and more people, and that only will make you grow. Because with the same, मेरे पास 50 customer है, 100 customer है, so everybody becomes happy, and somebody goes down, then you have to keep accumulating more and more.
I think at 600 crores with 1,000 families, if Sadashiv, if you are still prospecting, this is a great message, big message for all our participants here.
That is a continuous process of this business. Without that, it will not grow, or you may not grow.
Correct. So sometimes many distributors think that they have 50 customers, 100 customers, they have got 50 crores of AUM and life set है, आराम से trail आ रही है, अब क्या जरूरत है client से मिलने की? Yes. I think they should learn from you that at such a high level in a city like Mumbai, you still go out and prospect new clients.
Correct. And especially those who are HNI clients, there the impact comes big, because 1 or 2 HNIs move out, then you have had it like that. Entire AUM gets affected. Correct. That's why this my strategy of retail customers plus HNIs both is there. So retail is one of the biggest AUM for me.
वेरी नाइस. आपको टेक्नोलॉजी से डर नहीं लगता कि आप अभी भी फिजिकल सारे ट्रांजैक्शंस करते हैं या फिर आप किसी प्लेटफॉर्म को यूज करते हैं, और अगर नहीं करते तो गोइंग फॉरवर्ड इतने ट्रांजैक्शंस डेली पे टाइम पे कैसे एग्जीक्यूट कर पाते हैं आप?
Generally, I personally don't use any platforms as on today. Going forward, I may have to use, because everybody is started using and they are preferring it. I will also have to start. Today, at least, I am every form, every transaction, every check even written by me, client only signs. And my person is there to submission. So I don't have to go for submission of all those papers. That one person goes and submits everything. Other things, I keep everything I do. That's why I have a hold on my customers. If somebody works for that also they are happy. Even especially middle class or lower middle class families, somebody is working for you means they will feel happy. अरे ये मेरे लिए काम कर रहा है.
Correct.
So that is another psychological thing, that you don't make them. You write check, you fill up these forms and give me all those things. No, you just sign. That's all. I'll do everything.
So, what message you would like to give our participants today on competition, direct, new regulations, MFD versus RIA? How much are you concerned, and what is your motivational message to other participants?
See, these are business risk of every, means any, like our distribution is say business, it has these kind of risks, and it will keep adding. Regulator is changing rules, regulations every now and then. This is little extra by regulator in India, because distributors cannot adjust immediately to all those changes, but you have to keep changing. That's the only, you cannot avoid all these things. Like I suffered because of change of broker. It was not needed. I was against all these things. If investor doesn't like me, he can withdraw and go to it. That time it was even tax efficient. This change of broker code was not required, but it was brought by regulator. So that affects me. All these kind of regulations will keep affecting, or it may not be favorable to you. Plus market conditions. Markets cannot be predicted. Investors have to be guided slowly by you, only by your confidence. And also these changes will be normal. You have to accept. ठीक है, अभी ये हो गया, I have to go ahead. See, I travel by train. Mumbai, you travel by train. Sometimes there is a signal and all. You may not. You don't just get down, no, from the train because अरे ये तो बंद पड़ गया, अभी नीचे उतरो, टैक्सी करके आगे जाओ, ये करो वो करो, नहीं करते हैं ना. सेम शुड बी फॉर योर डेस्टिनेशन. आते ही आप उतर जाओ ना, तब तक आप ठीक है. That you have to keep guiding investor.
So unbelievable. Your fundas and the way you convince, and I'm sure because of that, आपका इतना बड़ा AUM है और आप इतने successful हैं. I have a couple of more questions, and then I will take a participants' question. But in the meantime, I'm reading some of the messages and feedbacks. Mr. Dheeraj is writing, one of the wonder of the world. People are praying for you that nothing should happen. God should protect you, and you are a messiah of the mutual fund distribution business. Unbelievable, Sadashiv. You have been able to mesmerize.
Thank you. So nice of you.
Our participant. I can see one question which I want to take up right now. आपको क्लाइंट से मिलने और उनके ट्रांजैक्शन के अलावा वक्त मिलता है कुछ और करने का?
It's very difficult actually. These kind of families and all I'm handling. No, मेरे खुद के लिए I don't have even 5 minutes for myself once I start in the morning. I have to keep moving all entire day. I keep moving in my car to meet customers plus other things, all those things. So it is very difficult for everybody to just act like me. But this is my passion. Seeing that happiness on the client's face or the investor's face is my passion. Once they reach their goals or once they reciprocate, अगर उनके गोल बेटे की शादी करने के लिए खर्चा चाहिए था, वो उससे मिल गया, whatever, buying house done by, they reciprocate in front of their friends, in their front of their families, सबके सामने वो आपको प्रेज करते हैं कि इसकी वजह से मैंने ये कर पाया, इसकी वजह से मैंने मेरे बेटे को अब्रॉड भेजा पढ़ने के लिए, इसकी वजह से मैंने ये किया, इसकी वजह से मैं 3 बार अभी अब्रॉड जाके आया, all those things. And that is the satisfaction for you for doing the job what they wanted and you have achieved their financial goals. That's one of the biggest satisfaction for me, though I keep running for that satisfaction.
So Sadashiv, from my side, I have one last question, and there are so many questions. I will take as many as
I'll answer. Keep asking, no problem.
What is your vision going forward? आपका आगे का टारगेट क्या है, या आप अपने आप को 5 साल 10 साल में कहां देखते हैं? इतना सब कुछ अचीव करने के बाद, इंडिया के टॉप 10-20 में आने के बाद, एक बड़ा नाम बनाने के बाद, बड़ा पैसा बनाने के बाद, बड़ा AUM बनाने के बाद, आपकी आगे की ख्वाहिश क्या है?
See, as I told you, it is my passion. So ख्वाहिश मेरी कितनी भी रहे, अपने आप पूरी होती रहेगी. This industry is likely to grow phenomenal. Hardly 2 या 3% of this entire population is investing through mutual funds. ये इतना कम है compared to other countries and everything. और अभी जो हो रहा है ना, जो interest rates कम हो रहे हैं, other asset classes like real estate or real assets, ये तो most preferred by Indian investors. कि घर के लिए सोना, all these things, real assets are most preferred even today by Indian investors. Slowly that is changing. Younger generation also changing. They have started realizing that there is these kind of things, capital market related instruments, which can deliver much better return and will be better off. So this is going to have that shift. जैसे interest rate नीचे आएंगे या interest is coming down, that will have a booster for this industry, because that money, जैसे it happened in 17-18. That time also interest rates started moving down from bank deposits, and that's why that huge money had come, but that had come more into those small and mid cap oriented funds because they were doing abnormally well. Same is likely to happen now, because as interest rates will slide down globally, so much liquidity being provided, interest rates definitely will come down here also. Then investors will start searching for better avenues where they can get better return, and that can be through mutual funds only. This is the most disciplined way to earn better returns post risk adjusted returns, we can call. You have to keep putting this into investors mind. This is a risk adjusted return. आप जितना ज्यादा रिस्क लोगे, आपको पोटेंशियली ज्यादा मिलेगा, लेकिन this is will be remain as risk adjusted return, और आप उनका asset allocation करते रहिए. You have to keep doing their asset allocation. You know where their money is invested. So based on that, keep shifting money either towards equity oriented or debt oriented and everything. You are the best judge for their investments, and उनके goals भी आपको पता रहेंगे कि say you have to, don't have to keep asking. मुझे पूछना नहीं पड़ता है family में कि हाँ, I know that this girl is getting marriageable over 2-3 years, so I have to keep adjusting that kind of funds into such a thing that money will be available for her marriage. Or if the father tells, mother tells, नहीं हमको अभी उसका शादी कराना है, पैसा चाहिए, तो आना चाहिए पैसा, that time you cannot tell अरे market down है, अरे ये है वो है. So you have to keep doing that. You know this person will retire after 6 years, after 10 years, whatever. So you have to keep planning for his retirement from today only, not that time. And you have to keep hampering it into his mind or her mind also कि आपको इतना पैसा अभी लगने वाला है, तो उसके लिए हम जमा कर रहे हैं. Then they tend to not to withdraw that money unnecessarily. ये भी होता रहता है. वो जब भी आप बात करेंगे, कॉन्फिडेंटली बात करेंगे, होता रहेगा. Then this uncertainty or this will not affect your AUM.
सदाशिव, आपने हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स का आज दिल जीत लिया है. हमारे शो में काफी लोग आते हैं और अच्छे लोग आते हैं और सभी का काफी सम्मान होता है और लोग पसंद करते हैं. मगर आज जो मैं कमेंट्स देख रहा हूं वो अनबिलीवेबल है. आपको लोग हनुमान बुला रहे हैं, हरक्यूलिस बुला रहे हैं, लोग आपको सत्संग
I am a
दंड
normal
प्रणाम कर रहे
human
हैं.
being. I am doing something extraordinary. That's the only thing.
नो, यू
I am
आर.
just like all you. I am just like all of you. I am little doing extra so that I have become like this. You also all can become like me. Try to become. It's very difficult, but try to become.
फैंटास्टिक. एक क्वेश्चन जो बार बार आ रहा है, जो मैं आपसे पूछ चुका हूं, मैं दोबारा आपसे वो सवाल करना चाहूंगा
Yes.
कि यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एसेट एलोकेशन, लेकिन 90% 95% आपका पैसा इक्विटी फंड्स में लगा हुआ है. देन हाउ डू यू
Yes.
डू एसेट एलोकेशन?
That's what I told. See, I know his investments. I know he has so much into bank deposits, because over time you start understanding what there. इसका इंश्योरेंस में इतना ऑलरेडी लगा हुआ है पैसा. All that, and that's why I said उनका ऑलरेडी उसमें पूरा का पूरा पैसा उधर ही रहता है. That's why this kind of allocation. So I do asset allocation by advising them through capital market related. Means अगर उनका इक्विटी में ऑलरेडी है, तो मैं I will not have पूरा का पूरा इक्विटी ओरिएंटेड. I'll have hybrid or debt oriented funds also in the portfolio. But generally I see retail के पास ना वो बाकी की चीजें ज्यादा भरी पड़ी रहती है. That's why I do equity kind of allocation. I change their asset allocation towards proper.
All right. So Chiru is asking, Sadashiv, what are the 3 things that successful mutual fund distributors should have? What will you guide them? A lot of people who have joined today have 10 crores, 20 crores, 50 crores AUM also. What are the 3 things you will suggest them to have to grow like you?
See, first of all, knowledge. You should not be like a doctorate or PhD into this. Experience is the biggest knowledge generator for you. But at least the basic knowledge कि debt में क्या होता है, equity में क्या होता है, bond yields कितने हैं, dollar कितना है. Means not everything you should know, but you should have basic idea of how capital markets work. If interests go down, equities should go up, or equities are not doing well, some other asset like gold or debt should do well. All those things you should know on the back of your mind. Based on that, you can keep telling your customers कि ऐसा ऐसा generally होता है, तो we'll change or we'll do investments here or there. वो तो पहला knowledge is most. Then your perseverance, your body language, your all kinds of confidence. The confidence you will generate will be into your investors. It's not that what data you will show them कि इतना 15 साल का इतना रिटर्न है, because future nobody knows. But वो पीछे का डेटा तो दिखाना ही होता है. Only thing you are confident that why you are giving this scheme or why you are giving this kind of product to them for their future. That is more important. थोड़ा guidance बोलने का कि because of this we are investing here, so this potentially will deliver the kind of return you expect. And also passion. The most important is passion. Unless you have passion, you cannot grow. अभी जैसे ये सब क्रैश आ गए हो गए, मोस्ट हाफ द डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स आर आउट ऑफ दिस इंडस्ट्री जस्ट बिकॉज इतना डर गया है कि नहीं नहीं ये सब आई डोंट नो व्हाट विल हैपन, और मार्केट हैज डिलीवर्ड नाउ, नोबडी इज इन्वेस्टेड और नोबडी इन्वेस्टेड इन दोस लास्ट फ्यू मंथ्स. नाउ वापस अभी थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट चालू हो गया है. SIPs were stopped. While stopping SIPs also, you have to guide them कि we had planned this for this, but we are stopping, so I am taking this cancellation. You have to keep hampering on his mind because of his decision you are doing this. Otherwise it was not right decision. Not tell them you are wrong, but you not right decision. इतना उनको पता होना चाहिए कि in future they will understand, अरे इसने बोला था फिर भी मैंने किया.
Bharat is asking, do you deal only in mutual funds? Yeah, other products, health insurance, life insurance, or other products?
There also I can tell my story. 2000 crash, tech crash. I was MDRT 99 2000. I used to do everything. I used to do fixed deposits. I used to do insurance, non-life, then even stock market trading to some extent that time. In 2000, market crashed. There is called LIRT in insurance, life insurance roundtable.
Correct.
So I was one of the speakers in that 2000 conference on mutual funds. First time the mutual fund interest was there. So I had given one talk in mutual about mutual funds, and then market had crashed. Then all those used to meet me. Dekho kya ho gaya? What all nonsense. In that year, LIC was the hot cake. All Jeevan Dhara, Jeevan Akshay, all kinds of products, Jeevan Shri, all those assured return kind of products were there, and they were like hot cake. Many people became TOT on those products that time.
Correct.
I stopped doing insurance that time. I know here it was UTI which had failed because of assured price mechanism, and here this life insurance corporation, वहाँ पे तो 12% guaranteed था जीवन अक्षय lifelong. Means effective 13% return they were guaranteeing lifelong. This kind of, so I said may not, I don't know, so I stopped doing insurance that time. In the peak of insurance, I stopped doing insurance. In the peak of postal savings, 97, that unit 64 crash, everybody preferred postal savings, everything, and I didn't renew my postal license that time. My father also was angry that time. ये क्या है, इधर तो लाखों लाखों आ रहा है, why you want to not to? PPF में तो 60,000 every year डालते थे लोग. Post office savings were hot cake that time. I said this is not the way, and I didn't renew my postal license. In 2000 में I stopped doing my insurance. Even today I'm servicing those customers of mine, those who had policies, but I don't sell any fresh insurance. Fixed deposits long back I stopped because I started selling that time bond funds or debt oriented funds. So all the things you can get through mutual funds, because it is more diversification, more tax efficient, and more research based. And every data shows that post tax these have delivered superior returns over time. So why this all other पूरा कचरा काय को बनाने का? So concentrate on. So I did a ulta thing. I concentrated only. I do only funds now, nothing else. I guide investors for insurance. Insurance must बोलता हूँ. Term insurance better. Then जो जिससे लेना है ले लो. Means
All
why
right.
I should keep bothering. Even
Well,
health insurance, term insurance, I tell it is must. You must have. But investment के लिए funds are better and better way to invest it.
very nice. Pawan is asking, how do you select which AMC to sell? And there are some related questions which I want to add here. What is your criteria of selecting schemes?
General criteria is the kind of asset allocation that scheme has, or the portfolio. Each and every portfolio you cannot study in detail, and those portfolios will keep changing also. But there are certain fund houses or certain fund managers who have certain styles, and many distributors know those kind of styles, and you should be comfortable with that kind of style. If you are comfortable with that kind of style and that kind of a CIO, see, you keep meeting or you keep interacting with all these things through seminars or wherever, you should be convinced that this fund manager is good, he will do a better job, or this fund house is good, they are doing a decent job and they are not getting carried away with the kind of market fluctuations or kind of market demand. So you have to select certain kind of fund. See, I have 4 to 5 fund houses which are my favorite. I do for everybody, but there are 4 to 5 which are favorite fund houses where I give large allocations. I have large AUMs with few fund houses and small AUMs with other, because you cannot keep telling client ki nahi nahi ye nahi chahiye wo nahi chahiye. You have, suppose it demands, you have to give, but you have to also tell this is better, so buy this. And portfolio allocation is most important. See, balance advantage funds now I can tell you should be the core kind of allocation with today's condition. All other things you should have some in large cap, so you can select a good large cap fund of one fund house, two fund houses, whatever. Select good mid cap oriented funds for 1 2 fund houses. Select a multi cap kind of category, and अभी तो flexi cap भी आने वाला है तो वो भी category. So all these categories, no, you can select 1 2 funds and keep giving same to your customer. So you also know the track, you also know the portfolio. Over time you can keep changing that allocation of those funds in the portfolio of your investors. So you don't have to keep churning too much for any mismatch or anything. एक आध फंड अगर अच्छा नहीं चल रहा है बहुत साल, that you can change, not the entire portfolio.
All right. Supriya is asking, is your next generation coming into this business? And what is your plan of succession planning? How are you doing succession planning? Other people are asking.
Here I can tell you, my son just completed his MTech from IIT Bombay.
Oh,
He
congratulations.
finished his dual degree, BTech MTech from IIT Bombay. He may go for he is going for higher studies abroad. So immediately he may not be into my business. But most of these fund managers or CIOs are already ex IITians and all. He may or may not come into business. He is very bright, so he will select his future kind of thing. But my succession, my other family members like my brother or whoever are there, they are also into similar business, so they can handle. Or then we'll have to keep going to become corporate. There are many big distributors who have formed certain kind of companies, or they have merged into each other. So that kind of solution be there maybe for future. Today, as on today, I'm alone, and I would like to do alone.
A lot of people are asking, Sadashiv, Mr. Prashad, Mr. Pradeep, a lot of people are asking, how do you monitor your business? 1,000 families, 4,000 SIPs, 600 crores,
Yes.
and किसका बेचना है, किसको profit book करनी है, किसको क्या requirement है, markets ऊपर है, नीचे है, how do you take notes, how you keep record of client meetings, how do you manage your business?
Generally, for a redemption anybody calls, or for investment anybody calls, before going I just have a look at his portfolio through our software. That software is not for mostly customers.
Which
If they
software
demand,
you
I have to
use?
give that statement, but that is mostly for ourselves. How to I should understand what is happening in his portfolio. Then he wants to read him say 20 lakhs, then I should see first which is all from where I should do, then go to him, like that. So that I quickly do before going to that customer. Before leaving house only I see all those things and just leave. And sometimes you nowadays, so even investor has that NSDLC or eCash or whatever reach to his mobile or to physical copies. You can demand for that also. I sometimes demand also कि आपका जरा देखेंगे हम कैसा चल रहा है portfolio, then I'll guide you how to withdraw, from where to withdraw. And there also you can see what is in his portfolio. So based on that you can guide. Or initially only, generally I do it in advance. Before going I see his portfolio, what is there, and then I only decide from where the money should be withdrawn. And I guide him also कि because of this I am withdrawing from here, next देखेंगे कैसे करना है. Or he wants
Okay.
regular income, then SWP किस में से चालू करना है. Yeah, if he wants to change something to safer one, or he had certain goal to buy something in within 6 months, within 2 years, then I should shift to a debt oriented fund, so that that much money will be available when he needs, like that. So all that you have to keep doing continuously. It is a continuous process. There's no one answer for that.
Which software are you using?
I'm using currently Vijaya.
Vijaya.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Okay.
not for any transactions and everything. It is for my knowledge and my understanding of what client's portfolio is doing.
And a lot of people are asking this question, Sanjay Gupta and many others. Do you get 100% of business through referrals? Or do you do some other activities to acquire new clients? What is your message to new MFDs and old MFDs, how to acquire new clients?
See, for new MFDs, it will be very different. They have to keep acquiring customers by various strategies, which have been already guided in the industry by many people. At this level, no, what has happened, this kind of, as a manager से बोला, I don't have even 5 minutes in a day for myself. तो ये बाकी एक्टिविटी कैसे कर सकता हूँ? Generally everything happens through satisfied customers. My satisfied investors only sometimes tell me, हाँ, please go to my friend, please go to my sister, can you go here, can you go to Mulund, that like that. I am at Villeparle, but they will ask me, can you go to Mulund or Thane? I said yes, I can go, no problem. And then they give those kind of references, and I go and visit them, start doing all those things. But mostly my new business is coming mostly through referrals, or by investors only sending me to whoever. And from existing investors, additional business, that is another source.
Okay, so Sadashiv, I am very inquisitive about this question, and I want you to answer. मैंने ऐसा देखा है कि you are very prompt for any learnings, new presentations, training programs. You are yourself among the top MFDs in the country.
Yes.
सब आपको देखते हैं, फिर आपको ट्रेनिंग की और लर्निंग की क्या जरूरत है? Why do you spend time into learning? Because आप कई बार मेरे programs में भी बॉम्बे में आता हूँ मैं, तो आप
Yes,
attend
yes.
करने आते हैं.
I am so your fan, so I will always be attending your all lectures or whatever presentations.
No, so I am no,
You
but
are doing
overall,
wonder for this. You are doing wonder for this industry. That is super.
thank
In
you,
any
thank
way,
you, sir.
but yeah, industry and this is learning. It is continuous process of learning. You may be big or you may be doing it right, but there will be something you can get from somebody else, which you can add to your practice or you can add to your existing things, so that you will be better through investors. All
आपको
this
ये फीलिंग
learning,
नहीं
for
आती
that
कि आपको
extra
सब कुछ
learning,
आता
I
है,
have to
आपको
keep
किसी और
attending.
से आपको ये फीलिंग नहीं आती कि आपको तो सब कुछ आता है? जैसे कि काफी स्मॉल एमएफडीज में भी ये ईगो आती है कि आई नो एवरीथिंग, आई हैव 100 करोड़ ऑफ एयूएम, आई हैव 50 करोड़ ऑफ एयूएम, आई हैव नो 20 इयर्स एक्सपीरियंस. फिर सदाशिव को ये ईगो क्यों नहीं आता है कि आप अभी भी लर्निंग के लिए दूसरे एडवाइजर्स और कंपनी के ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स को अटेंड करें?
That may be my quality, because I always try to learn from somebody else, and somebody else in the same business, like me in same business, you into same business. You will have something to tell me or give me. Somebody else will have also something to, even a new MFD will have something to give me. As I don't use technology today. See this WhatsApp, all those kind of things is happening in industry. I'm currently not using anything, but I may learn it from somebody else who is doing it continuously or who is doing it successfully. Or I
करेक्ट.
don't do anything on emails or guidance on all those things, that I can learn through somebody over time. So this is all continuous learning. I am certain things I am not doing, though I am big, I am not doing certain things which I can learn from somebody else. Or any sales technique or any kind of guidance I can learn from somebody else. Continuous learning process, that is my process. So I keep taking in something all kinds of information put in, so that you will be better off to others.
Wonderful. People are asking if they want to make you a mentor, will you guide them? How will you guide them? Because you don't have so much less time. Can they approach you?
I generally like this your program. I have certain AMCs keep asking me to do all these kind of things. I do those seminars where I guide distributors. Mostly I have done it here in Mumbai or like Panvel and nearby Mumbai or Pune or wherever. Not not pan India, but over time I'll be doing that also. So I love to guide others. Actually, we are in the same industry. We all should grow together, and this industry will grow to phenomenal levels. अभी तो कुछ भी नहीं है, इतना ग्रो होने वाला है, को हर एक के लिए इतना बिजनेस है कि पूछो मत. And we have to grow together and with ethically. We see all this industry, should grow properly. It is not that कि आज ये फैड आ गया है, आज ये टेक्नोलॉजी में सब डाल रहे हैं तो सब लोग उनका पैसा ले लो. Not like that. You should be proper while giving those products or giving those schemes. Over time, this industry should generate huge capital market kind of industry, which will grow for this country also. This country needs this capital market related industry where money will be available through capital market at proper rates or proper valuations, and that only this mutual fund industry can do.
So, how will you share your email ID or mobile number? You should share here, or you will share with us, and whoever demands should be share your email ID or mobile number. How should it work?
My mobile, you can also share, no problem to everybody.
Okay, so participants, if you want to connect with Mr. Sadashiv, write to us on the Masterstroke broadcast number, and we will share Mr. Sadashiv's phone number with you. And after the event, please don't go anywhere. We will have discussions about the Masterstroke. And I'm not able to ask all the questions because we are already 1 hour into the show. I'm so sorry for not asking some of your questions. Some of the people have been asking me, but I will allow 2 or 3 people who have raised their hands to ask any question with Sadashiv, and then we will allow Sadashiv to rest after this great.
Yes, I would love to answer everybody, but because of time constraint, little wherever.
Yeah.
But ask me, no problem.
Yeah. So, Team Masterstroke, can you allow some of the people who have raised hands, Mr. Prakash Hegde, Mr. Kamal Kishore Hegde, Mr. Prakash, you can unmute yourself and ask your question, Mr. Prakash. You can even turn on your video if you want. Mr. Prakash, you are here? No, okay. Who is next? Mr. Jagadish Appa.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can ask your question, please. He's again on mute. I think people have been. Team, can you allow other person? Kamal Kishore. Can you unmute yourself, Mr. Kamal Kishore? Next. RNP Wealth.
Yes, yes.
हेलो
Yes,
Yes.
hello.
सर, ये जानना चाहते हैं सर, मार्केट में न्यू क्लाइंट को एक्वायर करना, न्यू बिल्कुल फ्रेश,
हाँ,
उससे स्टार्टिंग बात किस प्रकार से की जाएगी उसको, क्योंकि वो सब्जेक्ट टू लाइन एक ही चीज बोलता है, सब्जेक्ट टू मार्केट रिस्क, ये बस वहीं पे वो क्लोज करने की कोशिश करता है।
no, no, ask again. Fresh funds?
हाँ, फ्रेश क्लाइंट से अगर मिलना हो तो उससे जब बात होती है तो फर्स्ट वही बोलता है सर म्यूचुअल फंड सब्जेक्ट टू मार्केट रिस्क है, बाजार का जोखिम है यार
हाँ,
पैसा,
yes, yes.
वो वही बात को काट देता है, आगे बात करने की बात नहीं करता है। तो उससे
Correct,
बात
correct.
को आगे कैसे बढ़ाया जाए, कैसे बात की जाए उससे?
करेक्ट, दैट इज अ पंचलाइन फॉर आवर इंडस्ट्री। तो वो मार्केट रिस्क, उनको बोलने का मार्केट रिस्क मींस मार्केट अप डाउन जो होते हैं उसको मार्केट रिस्क बोलते हैं। मार्केट में रिस्क नहीं रहता है अगर आप ज्यादा समय तक इन्वेस्टेड रहे। और बाद में हिस्ट्री का बोलने का, हिस्ट्री है शोन, तो जो लोग 5 साल के ऊपर या 7 साल के ऊपर या 10 साल के ऊपर यहाँ पे इन्वेस्टेड रहे हैं, किसी को भी नुकसान नहीं हुआ है। देयर इज नो रिस्क इफ यू स्टे इन्वेस्टेड फॉर मोर देन 5 years 6 years। लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए कैपिटल मार्केट रिलेटेड इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स डिलीवर परफेक्ट रिटर्न। और ये जो लाइन है वो रेगुलेटर की वजह से बोला जाता है, सीधा बोलने का, बिकॉज रेगुलेटर इंसिस्ट, ये लाइन बोला जाता है मार्केट रिस्क इज मार्केट अप डाउन, क्योंकि ये सब एक लाइन में नहीं होता है जैसे फिक्स डिपॉजिट का एक फिक्स्ड इंटरेस्ट रहता है।
Perfect.
समझे आपके? एनीथिंग मार्केट रिस्क इज द रिस्क ऑफ मार्केट वैल्यूएशंस गोइंग अप डाउन, नॉट रिस्क मार्केट में नहीं रहता है। In fact, there is a lesser risk in market related instruments because market always moves to performing assets. अगर कुछ कंपनी के प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी कम हो रही है तो वहां से पैसा निकाल के जिसमें ज्यादा प्रॉफिट है उसमें जाते रहते हैं। ये कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस कैपिटल मार्केट को ज्यादा सेफ बनाता है। एंड फंड मैनेजर्स कीप डूइंग दिस टू कीप यू मूविंग इनटू परफॉर्मिंग काइंड ऑफ स्टॉक्स और परफॉर्मिंग काइंड ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज। तो आपका पैसा ज्यादा रहता है ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ रेगुलेटरी एस्पेक्ट। It is to mention that it is a risk. This up down of valuation is the market risk, not the returns. Returns will come if you stay.
Next, Sangeeta. You're there, Sangeeta? Next. Kamal Kishore. Team, you can allow 2-3 people at the same time. I don't know if people are there or not. Mr. Raghavendra. So please don't raise your hand if you're not supposed to ask any question. Please do not raise your hand. Yeah. I think he left. Next. People are raising their hand but not asking questions. I see so many now. I mean,
Yes. Let them ask. No problem. Otherwise, Brijesh, you can ask on their behalf. They won't.
So they have raised their hand, so I don't know what their question is. Team, can you allow 3-4 people at the same time, and whoever is unmute, we can have their question. Yash Bhatt?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Am I audible? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I would like to ask one question that now many people are saying that industry is going on a advisory based model, fee based model. So what are your opinion about that? Thank you, sir.
With kind of so much experience, no, I can tell you frankly, Indian investor immediately is not ready for fee-based kind of advice. I have got so many customers just because when there's ये fee-based आ गया ना, मेरे कुछ क्लाइंट ऐसे हैं जिन्होंने उनके पहले एडवाइजर या पहले डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर ने बोला कि इन फ्यूचर आई एम गोइंग टू चार्ज यू सो मच। तो जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट उनकी वाइफ या किसी ने मुझे फोन करके कैन यू कम, व्हाट आर योर चार्जेस, लेट मी कम फर्स्ट। जब भी मैं गया तभी समझा कि इज फिल्थी रिच पर्सन but his wife not ready to pay that extra to that person was doing their job for many years, still they don't want to go just because he told ki I'm going to charge in future. So that, see, this human psychology, Indian investor psychology is also similar. Ki charging, see, those who can charge is well and good, it should be charged in any way because this is something extra what you do for your investors and everything, and you also put so much efforts for that. But kind of psychology Indian investor has, it will be very difficult for a mass kind of thing to happen like that. Over time it may happen, but not currently. the masses may are not ready to pay any extra fees or any extra charges. आपको नुकसान से अभी थोड़ा नुकसान भी नहीं ले सकते तो एक्स्ट्रा कैसे देंगे? You know, market valuations go up down because of market kind of valuation up downs. Still they are unhappy or they keep grumbling. अगर उनको additional पैसा भी दे दे बोला तो it will be little difficult. But those who can do it, it's super for them. I hats off to them, I say. Who can charge to customers over and above what advice they give.
Okay, Khyati, next. Can you ask your question, Khyati?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, so your story is very inspiring. Like I always attend Brijesh sir seminar webinars, and every Wednesday different successful MFDs they come
Yes.
and they inspire us. So
Yes.
my question is to how to follow a schedule when you make a particular routine. So how to just stick to it and you follow that routine only.
No, say again.
How to follow the routine when you make a plan, a day plan that these things have to be done according to the time. How to follow that? Sticking to that routine only.
No, voice breaking can't.
How do you follow a particular routine day after day?
Okay. That is just because of my passion. But once I move out, I know how many customers have called me. I get in the morning only so many calls. Based on that, जो मैं decide करता हूँ आज इस area में जाऊँगा या I'll go to this type of area, and then I try to cover all those people in that area. But this because of my client and number of clients, no, this has become routine for me कि हर रोज 10-15 कॉल तो आए हुए रहते हैं for various reason, even for withdrawal, even for cancellation of suppose SIP or even for investment. सभी प्रकार की चीजें हमेशा चालू ही रहती है. तो because of my number of customers, I remain busy throughout. I don't have to do any planning.
Wonderful. Okay, Amit, you can ask your question.
सर एक क्वेश्चन है, जैसे कि आपने बोला गोल प्लानिंग